Now, yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. Oh boy, oh boy. City are through. Liverpool are a disgrace to English football. You've let your down. You've let England down. You've let your families down. You're all a disgrace. So I expect all of you to be knocking on Sulz's door to have entry to the cave. I don't want to see any of you smiling or jumping or celebrating anything for the rest of the season, because I believe this domination period that we were all going to be watching from Liverpool has come to a flat ass end. But before we get into all of that, and Liverpool, you're going to get a lot of banter tonight. I am afraid to tell you that much. But like the video, subscribe to the channel with notifications on. And yeah, I mean, City are through. They had a little scare, but they're through. Liverpool, though, let's start with Liverpool. They are out of the Champions League at the quarterfinals.
You should have done it the other way around, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like we should be talking about Man City first because Liverpool's going to say longer.
Get it out of the way. Yeah, just get it out
Fuck
of the way.
it, yeah. Let's start with City then. Let's start with City. They had a bit of a scare.
I knew Jude Bellingham was going to come back with that revenge goal. Like, that's all I'm saying is that I knew he was going to get a goal. Like, I didn't even have to see like the match before I even started. I was like, I said this after the match, on the match reaction after last game. I said Jude Bellingham is going to come back and he's going to get a goal that Edison can't save, and he's going to make Edison look like a mug, and he did, and I was happy about that. I mean, the penalty was a little bit debatable, to be honest. Because the rule is.
Me and Dom are going to have great fun on Ref's View.
The rule is if it touches your head before it touches your arm, it's not a handball. It touched his head before it touched his arm. But I also get the fact that his arm was in an uncompromised permission.
It hit his sleeve. No, it hit his sleeve. Yeah. Now, how many offsides have we had given?
Yeah,
where it's hit, where the sleeve has been offside, and they've given that. Where's the consistency? That's all I want is consistency. But Andrew, City, they had a bit of a scare. That penalty, whether it's a penalty or not, it was given. Me and Dom can debate that tomorrow. But that's not great for sort of Dortmund or City, really. I mean, but they've got through. Foden with a wonder goal as well. What's your thoughts on all of that?
Yeah, you say wonder goal. I've got to question the goalkeeper on that because I thought that was a very.
Sulz told me Sulz told me it was a wonder goal.
No, it wasn't a wonder goal.
And Foden was a beautiful human being.
He's an Arsenal fan. Why are you listening to an Arsenal fan?
Because I didn't see the goal.
He doesn't know what a wonder goal is. If it hit him in the face, his team hasn't provided wonder goals this season. He's been watching every other team provide wonder goals. Sorry, Sulz, but
you know what it is? Yeah, like I've got
one minute. What? Stop! Let Andrew land. Let Andrew land.
I thought actually even Bellingham's goal. I thought Edison should have saved that pretty much. It's sort of like a scooped chip, sort of. Sort of like he scooped it more than there was any power on it. But then after Dortmund scored, I thought it was all City really. City deserved to go through. They had all the possession. It was weird. It was like it was a bit like the Bayern Munich PSG game last night after Bayern scored. Apart from that, City obviously took their chances as well. But yeah, Foden's goal, if you're looking at it, you question the goalkeeper every single day of the week on that one. Foden's goal. Okay, now they've got over the semi-final thing, although City have been to over quarter-final thing, although City have been to a semi-final before. Not under Pep, but they've been to a semi-final before.
Yeah.
I think every combination of final you can think of is up for grabs. I don't think any team's favourite in these semi-finals whatsoever. I think they're all pretty.
I can't look against PSG at the moment.
Really? Okay.
You know what? Everyone's said to me like, City won't have a problem with PSG. Yes, they will actually. Fun fact, yes, they will. They're going to have their ass whooped.
they'll have major problems against PSG.
But this is my point. Like they're going to go on the team.
Neymar, even the keeper of PSG is top class.
But this is my point. Like they keep like everyone's like, oh, City have got this, but actually they don't got this. If you're looking at it realistically, they don't. City have. Yes, they beat Dortmund, but Dortmund's defense is absolute shambles. Like Neymar, like PSG have a solid defense, a solid midfield, and a solid front three. This is the first time City are going to go into the team where they're actually going to be challenged. And for me, I don't think that City are going to be able to beat PSG. I've just seen the final, and I see it as a Chelsea PSG final.
Oh, that would be brutal. But Sulz, you watched I'm presuming the City game more closely, being the sort of closet City fan that you are. What were your thoughts on obviously the whole game?
To be honest with you, and I said this to you now, and I think last week, if you stop the supply to Haaland, he's basically useless, and that's exactly what happened today. All you need to do is stop him from getting the ball, and that's what City did really well. And that's one of the key things. I said, if they do that again, they're pretty much through. The Bellingham goal, yeah, it was a brilliant strike. Obviously, the keeper should have done better. Even with the Foden goal, the keeper should have done better. But you can't discredit the goals, man. The goals were beautiful. Like, we've got such a crop of English talent coming through. Like, and then you remember, oh, yes, Gareth Southgate. But, yeah, you know what? Today epitomized, like, you know, all the teams are going for Haaland, that they need to. I think Haaland and the clubs need to be very careful with where he goes, because not every team is actually going to be good with Haaland in it. Yeah, he's a phenomenal. Trust me, he's a phenomenal striker. But if you can't get him the ball, you've wasted £150 million, and that's the reason why I don't think at United he'll do really well. But somewhere like a City, for example, where it's difficult to stop that supply to the striker, will do really good. Because today was exactly what a lot of people's concerns with Haaland was. If you stop that supply, how good is he as an individual to get himself involved? And he couldn't do that today. And even in the first leg, I didn't see enough of him. Yes, he had a few shots, but he wasn't Haaland that we thought we knew. But saying that, he's a phenomenal player. I think City are just a better team, obviously. They've got a better midfield and a better defence than Dortmund. So that's obviously going to happen. Like Charlotte said, PSG is going to be a big test for them. And I think for PSG, City are going to be a big test, because it's a cashiko, isn't it? Because it's all about the cash, who spent the money. And I think that should have been a final for me. I
wouldn't even say it's about who spends money. You still got to spend it, right? You look at City and Chelsea; they've just spent their money right. Some big up to everyone in the chat.
I'm sorry. Can I just say something quickly? I think City are going to lose now. Phil Foden has just tweeted at Kylian Mbappe, "Are you ready?" I'm sorry, hon. Don't even. I'm sorry. I respect the fact that Phil Foden is a good young player, but don't ever compare yourself to Kylian Mbappe, because you are not on his level.
Foden, we can confirm, has just asked Kylian Mbappe to step outside. Wow. That seems brave from anyone.
And let me tell you,
some comments. Some comments here quickly. City cheats. They were debatable. Make sure you tune in for Rescue tomorrow. Me and Dom. We don't have long because United are playing in the Europa League. But we will get through to as much as we can. There's plenty to talk about from the Premier League and today in the Champions League as well. So make sure that you tune in for that. 2 referees giving their opinions on referee decisions. Yep. None of this fan. Actual referees that are actually qualified in an actual FIFA qualified way. They actually have their red and yellow cards. They're actually qualified. It's not some little bitchy fans bitching off at everybody. These are real referees with actual, real, valued opinions. Please check it out. It's the one show where we don't let the fans come on. It's the one we allowed Genie. I think we allowed Genie on there for about 2 minutes because he was talking about some. Me and Dom weren't really knowing what he was talking about, so I got him to come on to explain it to us. But yeah, we don't tend to let fans on that one. Only referees are allowed. Ender saying you might be able to buy trophies, but you'll never buy class. Real Madrid, only classy team left in the competition.
Oh yeah,
No.
You see,
They're
when
not any more
at
classy,
weekend, Liverpool join us in mediocrity vile. Keeper should have saved that Foden goal. City need a better keeper than Edison, the fraud. Big up to Will in the chat. Big up to yourself, mate. We'll be making an appearance on the Chelsea show on Friday, hopefully. So all will be good there. Foden goal, typical English exaggeration. Oil money versus oil money. UAE versus Saudi. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
There's loads of big up to everyone in the comments there. PSG will have Verratti and Marquinhos back. They will. That's going to be brutal. That is going to be brutal.
That's massive, yeah.
English bias making people believe City are levels above PSG.
But this is my point. Foden has no right. Foden has no right to tweet that because
he does.
Do you know what? There's no. That's cool. But what I'm saying is that like you can't be like at Kylian Mbappe. Are you ready? No, because the problem is Kylian. No. But Kylian Mbappe. If you look at it in the respective ways, Kylian Mbappe should be the one tweeting that because he is miles above Foden. Sorry, I'm going to say that. Foden is absolutely, because this is going to piss PSG off, and having Marquinhos back, like it's it's going to be a problem.
I can understand confidence, but telling Kylian Mbappe to come outside is a little bit overconfident in my opinion.
I think you guys taking it out of context. I think it's that, but they know each other, and obviously, like they're in the football.
I don't think Mbappe knows Phil Foden.
Yeah, he does. He does.
No.
Someone's just tweeted this. They put a picture of Kylian Mbappe. Hold on, let me turn my volume down. Picture of Kylian Mbappe. Oh shit, on his phone.
Yeah.
And then Googling. Hold on. Oh shit. Who is Phil Foden?
Some more comments here. The Arsenal podcast, Liverpool didn't even bother trying tonight. No, they didn't. We'll get into that. Don't worry about that. English talent not as good as English people think it is. To be fair, that's a lie. We've got some good players. Ryan looked beaten from get-go. Ryan. Not sure who Ryan is.
I don't even know who that is.
Big up to Lanzi in the chat. MSC Bellingham is a great player. Wish we signed his quality today.
Yeah.
El Clasico, El Plastico. The jokes are coming in already. Guardiola narrowly beat former West Ham fitness coach. Love to see it. Big up to Velvishwan. Disappointing to be knocked out of Europe. We gave everything but lacked clinicalness. I'm not going to let this result ruin a special day for Hindus.
Hindus.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you, Vel.
For me, fellow Hindus, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to yourself. But I do disagree with we gave everything.
Just to clarify something, this Liverpool match was the most, actually the most shots they've had this year in any match. The most shots they've had in a game on target this year. That says something. And the point is that they couldn't be clinical enough. I know, but I think if we're still talking about the City game, sorry, I have to say this now. Okay, firstly, Haaland is not going to fit in to any English side for me personally, which is why I've said I don't want a Haaland and I'd rather have Kane. Jude Bellingham is absolutely a baller at 17. Imagine what he's going to be like at 21. Imagine what he does. He's not even got to his prime yet. Imagine what happens when he gets to his prime. For me, Jude Bellingham.
He's one player I can guarantee Dortmund ain't selling just yet. They'll keep him.
Literally, they're not done with him.
They'll cash in on Haaland. They'll cash in on Sancho. They'll keep Bellingham.
Yeah, Bellingham.
If I was his advisor, I would tell him to stay at Dortmund for now. So
would I. It's what Sancho and Haaland have done. Yeah, that's exactly what I'd do. I just want to quickly go through some more comments because there is absolutely pinging tonight.
There's a comment I've just seen.
Easy spend money when you have unlimited funds. Typical English overrated with inflated egos. I'm a real ref, just a different sport. Hashtag refs union. Big up to yourself, mate. I'm guessing you're on about rugby there. Hope Real Madrid win the Champions League now. In all other realities, Prime is on this show.
That's not true. I checked.
JB just did a comment. I can't see it now, but there's a comment about.
I am getting there. Ross saying Foden's just having a bit of fun. Fair play to him. JB, nice haircut, Andrew. John Stones will get taken to shops by Mbappe and Neymar.
Probably.
That's a fair point. Diaz
Mbappe hasn't a clue who a BTEC UCL wannabe is. Ryan is the Mr. Arsenal podcast. Yeah, he was under Slavan Bilic. Well done, Real Madrid deserved to get through. As for us, absolutely shocking, bloody toothless.
Okay.
As at least I've got teeth. PSG Real Madrid final.
Possibility.
From JB. Very JB, probable. That's a possibility.
Very possible.
No, I think you'll find that Real Madrid is supposed to be Chelsea.
Why is Charlotte wearing glasses in this reality? Is this actually
Agatha?
Agatha.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, fine.
The words and reading is not doing me very well today. It was Agatha all along. If we finish top 4, still isn't successful season. Massive underachievement from where we were last season. Shocking season. No excuses. Don't want us to be wetting underpants finishing top 4. No, I was a boxing ref. That's decent
cool.
as well.
That's cool.
In 3 different realities, Tammy Abraham told Harlan to come outside.
Oh, that's funny. I enjoyed
that. Would be even more brave and possibly a bit more deluded. Hazard going to tear Chelsea apart. Chelsea playing Thursdays next year. Tears of joy in my eyes.
I don't actually know if Hazard's fit.
It's 2 weeks. It'll be very debatable. It'll be very debatable.
It's looking like he's not going to be fit for till next season. That's what it's looking like.
To be fair, if I was Madrid, apparently this is like his last injury. If he gets injured again, he won't be able to play ever again. So if I was Real Madrid, I would really be like, fuck it, don't come back this season. We'll rehabilitate you properly.
You go restructure his contract, wouldn't you? You go restructure his contract now. I mean, that's 2 seasons straight.
You really would.
He's been injury.
And the last few comments before we can talk again. If Chelsea beat Real, they'll win the cup, I reckon. Can't have City winning the Champions League anyway. Most boxers didn't dive, to be fair. No, they probably got. Vinicius Jr. will get done by Reece James. Hazard will deliberately miss his chances against Chelsea. He has too much love for them.
Yes, he does.
That's telling me to check my DMs. But Charlotte, I can send it to him now.
But Charlotte, for you.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you want to do that, that would be absolutely brilliant. Niall is telling Sky Sports to come outside. Yes, Sky Sports come outside. I'd like to have a chat. Me and my panel would like to talk.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ross, Sulz is going to send that over to you now. But Charlotte, say you've got through this hump, like they normally have that sort of hump in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
They've got through that. Do you think that they can get through the semis, or
do you know
judging from what we've seen?
I think City have a little bit of a problem. The first half of the game was pretty dead. City weren't the City we knew. City turned up in the second half, but they didn't turn up in the first half. You can't take your eye off the ball with PSG. You have to turn up for you have to turn up for all 4 45-minute segments. You can't be slacking at any point in time. Now, if City have a first half like they did today against PSG, it's game over. Like, you can't be doing that against PSG. PSG don't, like, that's just, you can't do that. Like, PSG will be gunning for a final. I know they will. For me, PSG have beaten the champions, so I expect them to beat City. They've beaten the current champions. They should be beating City. Both teams kind of slacked in the second half, but unfortunately, PSG did a fabulous job with Bayern Munich. They really did. I know it was a draw and all, but I get taking your time. They didn't really have to do too much in the Bayern game. It doesn't matter if they get a goal. If they get a goal, cool story. All you have to do is defend till the end, and they did that. PSG slacked a little. City slacked a bit. So I don't think either one of those teams can slack in the semi-finals. Because if one team slacks, the other is going to take full advantage, and it's mistakes like that you can't be making. Do I think City are going to struggle? Absolutely, they're going to really struggle. I think Neymar, Mbappe, Icardi, you've got Marquinhos back. It's a team that I wouldn't want to piss off. It's a team I wouldn't want to mess with. But then again, City could turn up, but City need to not slack. I think maybe City need to start out with a more defensive lineup just to see how they feel about it. And then if it doesn't work out, they can switch up and make it more attacking. You have 5 substitutions in a game, like you can switch it up. But I think maybe start off with more defensive, because you know that PSG are going to go. Look, this is what PSG did last time. They came absolutely out the box, gunning for goals. And the City need to be able to defend that. Although I don't really see John Stones and Diaz actually stopping Mbappe and Neymar. You can just see John Stones with like his little cross, like back off, Station, back off. Like, no, I'm not here for this game. You think the problem is that Mbappe and Neymar are on a level that's not City. And that's not me being horrible, but they're 2 players that are on a completely different level from City, from any team in the Champions League.
You know what it is though for Neymar, especially, and this is what I've always been saying. If he focuses on his football and stops shithousing, like diving and acting and all of this, he is the world's best player, ability-wise. He is a phenomenal talent, and obviously Niall knows.
You've never watched me play football, so hold that opinion.
I mean, what we can see obviously from the players.
I will literally not make you 500 times in one game, and put you flat on your ass.
All right. In terms of the professional level, obviously players that we can physically see play football. Obviously, Niall's in a league of his own where it doesn't get broadcasted, and obviously from the place we can see, like even at Barcelona, I said that he was robbed of the Ballon d'Or. I think in the trebles of winning season, Neymar should have and he deserved to win that Ballon d'Or, and that's why he moved. He wanted to kind of get out of the shadow and become his own player. This season and this Champions League campaign, that's what I'm seeing, what I wanted Neymar to become. The problem I've always had with Neymar is it's a shithousing. When he does that, he becomes one of the worst players I've ever seen play, because he doesn't dribble properly, he doesn't take men on. And if him and Mbappe just play their football, there's big problems for City, because I feel like their midfield and their defensive line can do enough to keep City out. It'll be a very tight game. I don't think it'll be a whitewash for PSG, but it'll be. This is a game I can't wait for. This should have been the Champions League final. I'm sorry about whoever else is in there, but this is a final. This ain't even a semi-final.
The issue I think PSG fans will have is they hope that Neymar and Mbappe have their shooting boots on and finish better than they did on Tuesday. Because I'm sorry, Bayern Munich won that game, but PSG should have won that 4 or 5-1. On Tuesday, because Bayern's defending. Actually, they didn't defend. But
it'll be a huge test on Poch. It will be a massive
test.
Is
a Neymar now. If PSG win the Champions League, Neymar, I think they'll get a lot of people off Neymar's back. PSG, and also, funnily enough, I've been saying this to PSG fans: take the hate already because of the money thing. But if you win a Champions League, you're going to get more respect. No matter how much money you spent.
I think the problem with Neymar is that you get like every year he has like these 2 weeks off for his sister's birthday, and he has to have these 2 weeks off. Like that for me is not professional. In a job, you don't just in a normal job you don't just go be like, yeah, I'm gonna need 2 weeks off for my sister's birthday. People would think you're absolutely tapped in the head. Like, that's not me being horrible. They genuinely would. Like,
But Charlotte,
I'm sorry,
who else
if
earns
he could,
500k a week?
pardon?
Not a lot of jobs pay you 500k a week and make
Yeah,
you their
exactly.
talisman.
But this is my point. This is my point. If they're paying you that much per week, do your job. Take a day off for your sister's birthday. A day. Your sister's birthday is not 2 weeks. It's not 14 days. It's 1 day. Take a day off.
Some comments before we go to Rust and stop slating Neymar for having a couple of weeks off. Poor boy might need it. You don't know. Poor boy might have 14 days of diarrhea. We don't know. JB saying,
rumors,
if Arsenal get knocked out tomorrow, what will you do? He'll be in his cave. And on Matt Reaction getting, he'll be also.
I would say I'll take a hunger strike, but I'm already fasting, so that's.
It's okay. We'll hopefully make sure he's here so he can take a roasting. JB saying great goal from Jude today. It absolutely was. Velvishwan, I have sent you the link if you want to come and talk, because we're about to head on to Liverpool in a minute. Don't worry about that. More English ego. Absolutely. One thing I apologise on behalf of Liverpool fans for underestimating Real Madrid, as most of our fans said. We would smash them. Already had parade tickets booked because of final in Istanbul. It's not a normal job. He's entitled to lay down his terms and conditions. Don't get me wrong. I said I fancy our chances versus Madrid, but still said it would be tough, tight game. Sonny didn't.
This guy obviously knows Sonny.
Yeah, he does know Sonny, and I'm sure Russ will talk about what he saw Sonny tweet and what his response in the group chat was. It was absolutely brilliant. I've never laughed so hard ever. Liverpool at Anfield, 139 shots, only 3 goals.
Is that actually true?
Yeah, this is my point. When I said this was the most shots they'd had, actually, it's not even in this year. The most shots they've ever had this season. I wasn't playing around. Liverpool have had the most shots and the most fails.
That can't be true. That can't be true.
Right. So Russ, well, I want to go to Russ quickly. What were your thoughts on obviously the City game? City are through. They beat Dortmund, but only just really beat them. Obviously, a few things that me and Dom need to debate, but apart from that, all was good.
I think City got very lucky over both legs, to be honest with you. It's a game that they should be winning, and they should be winning it comfortably, if we're being honest. I mean, they're not a bad team, but City are another level, and I don't see many teams that should be much competition for them with their squad.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that, it took I would say a disallowed goal, but the referee didn't wait for the ball to go in the net. So, I still just am baffled by the referee's decision to blow his whistle rather than just wait for Bellingham to put the ball in the net and then get VAR to look at it.
Me and Dom were besides ourselves. We just
I just don't understand. Surely any ref
quick.
with more than a couple of brain cells would wait for the ball to go in the back of the net and then use VAR to make his decision.
Especially when you've got
this
VAR.
is the thing, he could have let him put the ball in the net and then he could have gone to watch it on a monitor.
Yeah,
and then
or VAR would have looked at it.
Well, yeah, exactly. And it's a simple decision. Because it was, if anything, it was a foul on Bellingham.
Yeah. But that's what me and Dom said. You either give the goal, so you wait for the ball to cross the line, give the goal, or you give the free kick and give Ederson a red card. Last man, isn't it? So, walk up to Pep. If I was a referee, I'd walk up to Pep.
Look at it anyway. So,
if I was a
referee, VAR will double check his decision. And
if I was the referee,
go and have a look at it, and he'll know himself. Do you know? I think
if I was a referee, I'd walked up to Pep and gone, "I'll give either the goal or send off your keeper. Which would you like me to do?"
I was just baffled by the fact that he blew the whistle, even if he thought it was a foul. I mean, just surely let him put the ball in the net and then call the foul.
But
Yeah,
I'm not
no.
gonna lie. To be honest, Edison, to be honest, was just practicing winning a Kids' Choice Award. So let me tell you now, he really was like.
Absolutely.
That was Oscar worthy. Nickelodeon Kids Choice. He should have won a Nickelodeon Kids Choice Award and then been slimed for being such a snake.
It was the BAFTAs, and we all know that the BAFTA to the greatest male actor is Edison. Some comments here: UEFA ain't corrupt, easily influenced by money. That is precisely the definition of corruption. Look on the bright side, Liverpool didn't lose at Anfield. That slides us perfectly. So one English team is currently celebrating getting through to the semis. Obviously, one of them celebrated yesterday. One of them won't be celebrating. Real Madrid have knocked out Liverpool. And the first leg was bad enough. But that second leg, Liverpool didn't look like they could lay a glove on Madrid. But Velv, you're a Liverpool fan, so it makes sense to start with you. Our other Liverpool fan is currently making an appearance on the terrace. Big up to himself there. I literally have the terrace on in front of me, and I can see his ugly face on it. So, Velv, we'll start with you. Not the greatest performance for a second leg where you needed to get a couple of goals, is it?
Yeah. First of all, when I saw the lineup, I wasn't happy. I don't know why Thiago was on the bench. Also, Jota. I wanted to see a 4-2-3-1 with Firmino as a 10, Mane and Salah on both wings, and Jota up front. And we didn't see that. It's disappointing because the amount of chances we create, we should be 3-0 up. Like, this game should have been gone to bed. But yeah, I feel like they took advantage when we made those wrong substitutions. I don't know why taking off Kabak, moving Fabinho back in defence was a good idea. Because that allowed Valverde to come and just settle things down for Real Madrid to prevent us from scoring. Yeah, it's disappointing really, but hopefully we could just end the season and move on next year. Because the season's done already for us.
End the season without Champions League and without a trophy. Yeah, it's a great way to end the season, you know.
To be fair, I am still waiting for this. I'm waiting for this period of domination that we were told we were in for a treat for.
Can I please say something though? Courtois was absolutely fucking amazing. His saves were absolutely on point.
He's still not lost at Anfield.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's true. Okay. But he was on point. Like the goals he was saving were good. As a goalkeeper, great saves. As Courtois, I'm not a fan of him. He snaked us. But as a goalkeeper, great saves. As Courtois, nah, see you later, bye.
Every goalkeeper has done that this season. Carl Darlow, Johnson, they just tried to try and do fun against us. I don't know. We just make them into prime goalkeepers. I don't know what. He made Carl Darlow to prime Buffon. That's
brilliant. That's what he started off with. Carl Darlow. Oh man. Oh man.
You know how bad it's for Liverpool when they start mentioning the Newcastle goalkeeper.
But I wanna go to Russ, but in a second, just some comments. I was being sarcastic. We know. We're good like that. Liverpool did not take their chances. You're telling me. With someone like a tissue, Courtois saves a penalty against Chelsea. Imagine that. That would be absolutely peak. But Ross, me, you, and Sulz, we know a specific Liverpool fan that was very happy that they got Madrid. Basically, told the entire sort of fans, players, backroom staff, tea lady to come outside because he wanted a chat.
Yeah.
Basically said that Real Madrid. Yeah, so do I. Basically, Real Madrid weren't scary. It was, but they weren't scary. You shouldn't be scared of the name. It's just a name you're scared of. You shouldn't be sort of scared. Your response in the group chat was absolutely perfect. I'm not going to lie. Do you remember what you said?
You'll have to remind me. I respond to
You
him quite a lot.
I
basically
just want to know now.
you basically said
How do you not remember?
you basically said, Sonny, are you scared now after they beat them 3-1? But what's your thoughts on Liverpool's performance tonight? It was shambolic, in my opinion. They didn't look interested.
I don't. It's so hard to say because, like you said, there were periods of the game where they just looked flat and useless. To be honest with you, but they at the same time they created a lot of chances tonight, and the finishing was just absolutely dire. To be honest with you, I thought Mane should have had a goal. I thought Salah should have had a goal. There was a point where Salah picked up the ball in the middle of the box, and everyone was expecting him to smash it, and he took about 3 more touches,
and then still skied it.
and then just digged it at the goal.
139 shots created, and how many of them went in? Oh, let me remind you, none.
Ouch.
Well, they had 15
Tom.
shots and then put 4 on target all night.
Yeah.
I mean, that tells you everything you need to know.
If you have 139 chances created, 139 shots. Sorry, ignore me for a sec. 139 shots, but 4 on target.
139.
139
chances created. Sorry, leave me alone. Leave me alone.
I'm confused now.
Hold on. Sorry, 139 chances created, like the chances they were trying to create but failed at.
Oh, okay.
Chances created, 139, and shots on target was 4.
All right, that's fair. Tom, you're obviously a Liverpool fan, so we'll go to you next. Your team put in a toothless performance tonight. Absolutely pathetic.
No, that's harsh. That's harsh.
I'm sorry, but mate, I've seen more energetic. I've seen more energetic retirement homes.
I mean, let's be honest. Everyone but Gini Wijnaldum had a bad performance.
I could sit there and say everyone except Wijnaldum could go off that pitch holding their head held high. What happened? Why ain't toothless? The mentality's gone from this team. It's time to blow it up and rebuild it. Because last year, if we went down, if we weren't going for us, it was we go again. We'll find a new way. Now it's oh shit, it's not going for us. Heads down. Throw the towel and we got nothing. We're done out here. Give us a chance and let's hope one of his 20 million crosses going. But it's time to blow it up. This season has probably killed off multiple assets that we could have sold. Firmino's value's gone. Mane's value's probably gone. Matip's value's gone. Wijnaldum's got 0 value. I'd probably pay teams to take him off us at this point.
It's okay. He's leaving in the summer.
But can I just say the only people in your team that can actually hold their heads up high is your defense. Apart from that, no one else can. And I'm not being harsh. I'm being like your defense was on point. You were defending well. Like I can't fault your defense, but I can fault your midfield and I can fault your front three because your front three.
James Milner for?
You're telling me James Milner was good?
Yes, I am telling you James Milner was good. James Milner was in there to do a job and work hard, and that's what he did.
He didn't know.
The attacking midfielder was Gini Wijnaldum, and all he does when he gets the ball anywhere in the opposition half is shit. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
They were both shit. They were both shit.
But Milner's in there to just run, work hard, and do the dirty stuff. Some comments here.
Doing the Henderson role. That's the problem. He has to do the Henderson role without no captain.
Yeah. Without a Hendo, there is very difficult. A friendly reminder: English teams are winning back-to-back Champions League.
What?
I think he means West Ham are going to win back-to-back Champions League. I'm not making I'm not making excuses for us this season. Fuck the injuries. Fuck no fans. No VAR nonsense. Every team has them. A big night people from Jay. Night to yourself, mate. Salah with the chance early in the game. My niece, who's nearly 1 year old, could have scored that. It was straight at the keeper. Jesus, VAR could have taken a replay of that chance and drew a straight line. Chris also saying he would terminate Wijnaldum's contract. I would have terminated it ages
Isn't
ago.
that the problem for Liverpool? If you're saying
Well, everyone
if you're
hates
saying
Wijnaldum.
if you're saying James Milner was one of the best players on the pitch, that's a massive problem for Liverpool.
Yeah, it is.
That's the problem.
It is.
Yeah.
That's why we need to rebuild.
Yeah, that's the
I
thing.
think
But
the system needs to change.
the system
The
is changed.
personnel needs to
Yeah.
change. We've got a
Need to
good
change.
core.
Problem
We've
is,
got a
Change
core that can adapt. We've got a core that can adapt.
your rebuild's going to take
Van Dijk.
like your rebuild's going to take 3 or 4 summers, though, isn't it? Because of the way the clubs run, and everything like that.
If the board decides to back the best manager in the club's Premier League history, it won't, because I trust that man to rebuild us in the summer.
Yeah.
But I know deep down that the club won't do.
No,
So Jurgen Klopp's
We need
final
to
few
sell one of
years
our big
will be spent.
players.
Jurgen Klopp's final few years will be spent.
Good old Sonny.
I have a question.
Good old
for
Sonny.
Liverpool
He's
right now.
1 minute. Just want to say, Sonny is having an argument with an Liverpool fan on the football terraces. Quite amusing. Just I can't hear the sound, but all I can see is both of them are really agitated, and Terry is absolutely loving it.
No, we definitely
say
we beat Real Madrid. No, we beat them.
Can I ask Liverpool fans a question? Obviously Klopp's been found out with his ways, and he's not switching anything up, and he's not doing anything differently. And I'm gonna say this because I'm saying this because I mean it's not me, it's not you disagreeing. It's a fact. I'm stating a fact. You can see it in every single game. I'm not being a dick here, Velv, but like he's not switching up. Go watch all your last games. There's no switching up.
Does he have the personnel to switch up?
So my question is, does Klopp stay at the end of the season? Because I mean, I don't. The problem is that I think that like I don't know if he does fit.
We've been playing with the dinner ladies at the back for half the season.
He hasn't
been able to change.
Sonny referred to Nat Phillips as Nat Beckenbauer, so I ain't having him called as a dinner lady now.
I'm not surprised he hasn't been able to change system, because every good team, every good system has a solid defence. We've got a defence made of wet paper towels. We've got one good defender, it's our bloody left back. Like, I'm not surprised. He's had to try and be conservative, try and protect Leeds, but we can't do that. This season is a write-off. He deserves as many chances as he gets, because he's won us a bloody league title, but he deserves at least one more chance with a Van Dijk that may be fit, with a Gomez that may be fit and firing back to his best, with a summer where he might get Canate, with a summer where he might be able to rebuild and revitalise and attack. He deserves that chance. He's earned that chance. What I don't agree with.
So you'd give him to a next season to kind of see if he can start the rebuild. Like that's what I mean. Like if you can start seeing stuff, is that like an opportunity for you to be like, you know what, I can see something's happening. I want to trust in him. If you have the same season like you have next season, is there a point where you have to go, you know what, I don't see any real build. I haven't seen any of the start of it. And I need to say maybe it's time.
Because his contract expires the season, like at the end of that season anyway. So, like, I think he's got 2 more years or 3 more years left. And there's no other man I'd trust to rebuild this team than Jurgen Klopp, to set the great foundations for a next team, for a Steven Gerrard or a Nagelsmann or whoever comes in, than that man who's currently in charge of my club. Because his now to finding players is ridiculous. But the one thing I do want to say is, I hope he never plays the front four all on at the same time. Never again. Because all they do is get in each other's way, and it kills any fluidity, any sort of styles to the attack. The amount of times I've seen Roberto, Firmino and Diogo Jota be in the same position, and then Trent pass it into them, and they both just stand there because they thought the other one's going for it.
Can I just say something? I know you've had injuries this season, just like every team has had injuries, and I know Virgil van Dijk's been out for a lot of the season. My point is you lost 7-2 to Aston Villa with Virgil van Dijk there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, like,
we didn't have Alisson, we didn't have Henderson, and we didn't have Mane.
Oh, this is my point. You're making excuses about injuries. Your backup should be as good as your starting 11. There isn't an excuse for injuries. Every team's like Chelsea, especially. We've been told this.
No one's disputing that. Well, I know our owners won't do it.
You literally went, but we didn't have Alisson, but we didn't have Henderson. That's making excuses. Like that is making excuses for a team. Like you can't make
if you have like one injury or one key player missing, that's fair enough. But when you have like maybe three, that's a bit too. And then when you look at Liverpool's injury list, I do feel sorry for Klopp, especially when the board then go, oh yeah, you can have this guy who might be a good centre back, and then you can have this guy who is unproven as well. No club without centre backs and good quality players.
You've hit the nail on the head there, mate. Jurgen Klopp is the best manager this club's had in the Premier League era, and when he needed it most, the board gave him $2.5 million to go buy centre backs with.
I still haven't seen him play.
I
still haven't seen Ben Davies play.
I think he was just
injured. That's what they got him, an injured player.
No, he's not injured. He's fit. He only had one injury. That's it. And after that, he was just not playing. Like he was training and everything. But I don't know why. Here's the thing.
Yeah, but sorry. Oh, yeah, sorry, Bob.
Yeah, I'm saying like if we get Konate, I feel like I said it to some Liverpool fans. We might have a back three system due to the fact that Ben Davies played on the left-hand side in the back three at Preston, while Konate usually played on the right-hand side in the back three at Leipzig. So that could be one of the system Klopp could be thinking of next summer.
But the thing is, though, I understand the frustration what Tom's saying and other Liverpool fans, because it's not as if you got Kabak in and Davies in the first day of the transfer window. It was on the last day. So what's the planning? Do you know what I mean?
Do you know the story behind that as well?
We weren't even going to get them.
The only reason we bought a centre back was because Joe Matip got injured.
Exactly.
Like if we played Tottenham on February 2nd, Jurgen Klopp would have been going into that game with Fabinho and Nat Phillips, and his backup was Reece Williams. That's it.
Shocking.
The owners are clueless. We are a title challenging club acting like a mid-table club because the owners bought us as a mid-table club and they haven't changed their viewpoint.
No, you know what it is? For them, winning something is a bonus. Yeah?
Yeah.
So winning something is not the priority. It's not the priority. Winning something is a bonus, yeah? That's why you didn't buy... When you won the title, you didn't buy anyone, did you? That summer. Do you know what I mean?
No, they got Thiago and that's it.
No. When they won the title...
When we won the Champions League, we got Adrian, Harvey Elliott,
and Vandenberg.
But that's what I mean. They come for they're American owners, so they're really all about making money, right? There's not anything they win is a bonus, yeah. Look what they do with the Boston Red Sox. If they win a World Series, it's a bonus. They don't really follow up or anything like that. That's how they treated Liverpool. They're making money and they make all the deals. They're happy with that. If you win something, it's like, oh yeah, great. We'll add it. It's great. It's all good.
100%, mate. I sit there and I envy Chelsea and I envy City because I wish we had owners who put millions into the club. Because fuck me, would we be good?
We would have Timo Werner right now at Liverpool. We would have Timo Werner. I wanted Timo Werner.
If you had to get a player next season who, like, they basically gave you the choice of two players next season, what position do you need?
Striker. Yeah. Probably a centre back because we've got players coming back from injury who may not be at the same.
I would say right back, to be honest. I'll say right back.
I don't think we need would be gambling on Henderson's fitness, but if we can rely on Henderson's fitness, we don't need a right back.
Yeah.
Would you keep Nat Phillips?
Yeah, 100%. I'll keep him.
I'd loan him out. I'd get a centre back in and loan him out.
I wouldn't loan him out because he's 24 now. I'd just sell him. This is the highest his value's ever going to be.
Yeah.
He's never going to get this 20 million value. You've got to catch
I thought he was younger, that's why.
Is there any players that you would sell at the end of the season?
Firmino, Joe Matip.
Okay.
I would say Firmino, Matip. Who else?
You got to sell.
I will loan out.
No, I'd give me fucking left leg to keep Mo Salah off the squad.
Naby Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain needs to go, fam.
I'm willing to give Naby Keita one last chance.
Would you keep Wijnaldum?
Wijnaldum's gone.
I'd drive Wijnaldum to the airport myself.
Yes, Tom.
I like
I'll pay
Wijnaldum.
for his plane ticket.
A couple
like
of comments here. Liverpool only signing will be Big Ashley Barnes and John McGinn. Our fan base love Wijnaldum because he smiles in training. Everyone smiles once in their life. Don't make him a good player. He won't get in.
Do you know what I heard on the football terrace earlier? I heard someone arguing that Wijnaldum had a good game and is one of our better midfielders because of ball retention. Ball retention and availability are not good ways to judge.
Tom, I only ever put in the group chat that he's a world-class player just to irritate you.
I can be available every game. I can hold on to football.
Are you
It doesn't
sure?
make me a good footballer.
Should we put that to the test?
If you're judging a footballer off non-footballing attributes, they're not a good footballer.
Yeah.
They're a good athlete. They're not a good footballer. But our fans seem to judge Wijnaldum off, he's available all the time. How many other players in the Premier League have been available all the time?
Do you know availability makes a good squad player, not a good starter.
Oh yeah, Darren Fletcher was always available. Didn't make him a great player. He was a good squad player, but there was no way Fergie was casting him as a starting 11 player. That would be mad.
Ball retention's great, but what do you do with it?
Exactly.
With ball retention, there needs to be a mix. So of course, I don't want my midfielder losing the ball all the time. That would do my head in.
Yeah.
But if that ball retention is because I've made a 2-yard pass backwards, that's not an attribute that I want my midfielders doing.
The thing is well with him, it's no longer like he's the only midfielder who can do it. Thiago is a master at it. Keita can do it. Ox can do it. Trent and Robertson get the majority of the ball. They hold on to it very well. Yeah. It's no longer a unique attribute in the squad. It's an expected attribute.
Your goalkeeper can do ball retention. You know what I mean? It's like
Jurgen Klopp.
Well, he just charges out, does it when he wants, man.
Jurgen Klopp is too loyal. Jurgen Klopp doesn't know when to cash out.
Yeah.
Well, Chris is saying I'll keep Klopp. Yeah, go on, Phil.
Saying that Wijnaldum's our only player on the Jurgen Klopp to play more minutes than any other players, bar Firmino.
Wow.
So he's been playing more minutes than any of our players under Klopp.
Nice.
So that says something.
I know that
he's world class for that. Come on.
I know. Well, no, I know. Klopp does love Genie. I do know. I do remember. I can't remember who told me or where I saw it, but I do remember a thing that Genie just has a lot of respect for Klopp and vice versa. Arsenal podcast. There's no guarantees Virgil van Dijk will return the same player from this injury. There is no guarantee of that.
If he's 10% of the player, he's a better centre back than what we've got at the minute.
I have a question. Now that you're out the Champions League, does this mean that you have to? Now you're out the Champions League. You've got what 7 games left.
7, I think.
Yeah. Does this mean that if you don't get top 4, that means like you have nothing to focus on but the Premier League now?
Mm-hmm.
Like, doesn't that mean you should get top 4? What if you don't?
We're not going to get it because if you've seen our fixture list, we're playing half the bottom 6. We haven't beat the only bottom 6 team we've beaten this season is bloody Sheffield United. We've drawn with every other one and lost to some of them. I don't see us getting. I want the team to prove me wrong, but I don't see.
No, I think we played all the bottom 6. There's only
the only one we've beaten is Sheffield United.
Yeah, but we've already played the bottom 6.
We haven't. We've still got Newcastle. I think.
Yeah.
Newcastle, West Brom.
I mean, you did beat us when we were in the bottom 6. So.
Russ, I want to go to Russ. Obviously, you're watching Liverpool's demise from an outside point of view. I'm sure with a great big smile on your face. But where do you pinpoint the issues of this Liverpool side? And please don't tell me centre backs because we've heard that all the time.
I mean, it's all over the park, though, isn't it? Really, it's obviously the centre back situation is dire as well. But where on the pitch has been good enough, apart from Salah, to be honest with you.
We haven't beaten a team that from 14th to 19th this season.
Oh, mad. Wow.
That's crazy.
You know, obviously, I don't watch all their games.
We've lost to Southampton. We've drawn with Brighton. We've lost to Burnley. We've drawn with Newcastle. We've drawn and lost to Fulham. and we've drawn with West Brom.
You lost to Brighton.
Yeah, you have to buy it at home, didn't you?
We lost,
Yeah,
yeah.
we drew
I can't forget.
and lost to Brian Dissy.
Please don't beat me. I remember exactly who you lost to, so don't start trying to slide a draw. Don't try and slide a draw.
We did drew Brighton earlier, then we lost to them this year.
I remember Brighton and Burnley very well, because at that point Sonny had these internet issues and I had to take on full responsibility of hosting on the Football Addiction, which was great.
Do you want to know what's bloody pathetic? The game we have the most chance of winning is bloody United. The way we've played this season, and I don't even see us getting a win out of that.
I was just about to say, Ollie seems to have got United firing a little bit.
If we can get going, if we can get a little bit of form, we should be beating these teams. The only thing we can gamble on is Chelsea hit a little hitch and then focus on the Champions League.
Yeah.
West Ham had the easiest.
It's probably going to bite me on the arse, but West Ham don't scare me. I think West Ham will, when the pressure gets on them, it might just get too much for them. They don't have players we
Can
used
I
to.
just say, this sounds like an Arsenal fan talking.
All I'm going to say is I hope
that's
Lansy ain't watching, because Lansy will be very angry if
He's
you're
in the
sat
chat.
in the talk.
Lansy's in the chat. I've just seen him. He's in the chat. Lansy's in the chat.
Some comments from Chris. Salah, Mane turning into their 30s. Now is the time to replace them next season.
No, because
here's the thing.
Mo
FFP's
Salah
not going to
is
do that.
Mo Salah's a player who can thrive without pace. Mane is not without pace.
Tom, can I
You
just
can
say
say
we
no.
made that mistake? We made that mistake.
If you had to get rid of Salah and Mane, you get rid of Mane then.
100%.
I don't want to get rid of both. I want to keep them.
That's the issue, though. That's the issue with this club. We're too loyal. If this was Fergie, Sadio Mane would be gone now. He'd be sold now. And we'd play bloody Harvey Elliott. We'd recall Harvey Elliott and play him for the rest of the season. You've got to be cutthroat to stay at the top of the league, to stay challenging.
Yeah.
That's what we're not. We sit there and go, oh, he had a good game 2 years ago. We might do it again.
Yeah.
He had a good game 3 years ago. We might just do it again.
I vividly remember Fergie doing similar with Roy Keane. Roy Keane got to a bit of an age and there was a lot of issues, and Fergie was like,
Mr. Roy had his best ever season for
Fergie was one of the most excellent ones at doing it. He identified.
He had his best ever season for us, and we gave him a fucking 5-year contract.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a difference. Ben Davies was actually seen on the bench today. Unfortunately, haven't got a photo to prove it. Ben Davies is gone in the summer. He's an FSG signing.
Yeah.
Big up RJ. Come on, Madrid. Matip, Wijnaldum, Keita, Firmino, Shaqiri, Origi, get rid. I don't think
Shaqiri. I'll sell the rest, but not Shaqiri.
Shaqiri's gone. He doesn't play enough.
Yeah.
I love Shaqiri. I think he's brilliant, but he don't play enough.
He's also saying I'd rather keep Phillips over Kabak and sign Konate to replace Matip.
No.
Virgil van Cabbage.
Some fans have an agenda on Kabak. I don't understand. I swear down, Kabak has been better than Phillips in the past few games. And
I think he's thinking that there's a lot of money that needs to be invested into this playing squad.
Yeah, and
he'd rather save 20 million spending it on a centre back.
No, but you'll make profit. You'll make profit with the Phillips. You've got to bear in mind this is the first season Nat Phillips has played over 20 games. This is the first time in his career he's done that.
How old is Kabak?
Kabak's 20.
20, 21?
Yeah, he's 20.
He's 20.
I'd sell Phillips then. Just based on
2025.
Yeah.
Buy Kabak for 50.
How much?
Schalke go down. We'll get 2025. Maybe we got 20 million for Solanke. Watch us get 20 million.
They got 20 million for Brewster, didn't they? You know what I mean?
20 million for Phillips. I think 25 is pushing it a little bit.
Yeah, didn't they sell someone for 40 million as well? Some next one, I can't even remember.
Well, if you look at like our combined transfer fees, our starting 11 was paid for by Coutinho, Solanke, Brewster, and like 2 others.
Yeah.
Jordan Ibe, we got fucking 15 million.
40 million.
Yes.
I think it was 15 with 10 million add-ons.
Scenes if the champions finish below David Martin and Craig Dawson. I would get rid of Mane out of the two. What's he done this season apart from playing Mane version of Where's Wally?
Sadio Mane's mentality is down the drain. Last year, the thing I like to compare it to, the screen last thing before we go, the thing I like to compare it to is Sadio Mane last year would get battered every game. He'd get shoved off the ball, thrown into the back of, and he'd get up and he'd go, right, I'm fucking doing you next.
Yeah.
And he'd go on there, take them on, and he'd get an assist or score. If that happens this season, he goes, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Oh, feel bad for me. Oh, I'm not going to play anymore.
No. If you really deep it, earlier of the season, he was scoring goals until he got COVID. If you really deep it, he was scoring goals every game. Now, when he got COVID, he hasn't been the same. I'm not using that as an excuse, but
no,
he hasn't been the same.
So you're saying it's Boris's fault? Yeah, is what you're saying.
Huh? No.
Oh, that's the best excuse I've ever heard.
I know what Vel's saying. So I have to say with Havertz. You
I
know
want to. I'm gonna back Velvishwan on this. I remember Pogba doing an interview, right?
Yeah.
And Pogba had long-term effects. It's why I'm not going hard on Havertz either. I know he had COVID
I
as
can
well.
tell you, someone that's probably had it. Yeah, it is fucking hard.
Yeah, apparently, especially at the elite level, it's really difficult to get your body back to where it was. Apparently, we see COVID, it does affect your lungs, breathing, all of that.
Yeah.
So to get yourself to where you need to be as an elite professional
footballer,
footballer,
start contracting as well, and you get so much like from top to bottom. I didn't even know half the body parts and they were hurting. I was like, what the fuck did this come from?
The thing is, I think with COVID, we don't really know the effects of COVID in terms of sort of long-term effects, and Pogba only really got back to himself a couple of months after having COVID. So I do sort of agree with Velvishwan in a degree on that.
Yeah, no, you're right. No one knows the recovery time. No one knows the lasting effects of this, even if you have the vaccination, what it is on the body.
Yeah, and it's how hard it hits you as well.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
Some people suffer way more. Some people get it and it doesn't really bother them.
Some people have had this. They've had before it. They've had no asthma or anything, breathing stuff or whatever. They were fine. They come out of it and now they're like, they might have to have an oxygen tank at home or they're an asthma pump. That's what I mean. And then you go into some athletes. They probably have to, they start from way below zero after they come back and build up, and everyone's expecting them to go, I'm back, I'm good.
One of the best ways that I put it, right? So it's like, someone who goes to the gym regularly, not me, but like someone who, it's like when you miss the gym for like 6 months to a year. Like, that's genuinely how it feels, like you've just not done anything for about a year. Because it's like your body starts to ache and you can't get out of bed. Like that's the one way of like that way I suffered it with. My whole body was aching to the point where you couldn't get out of bed. So I do understand like how much they go through. And being a professional athlete, they need to keep their bodies in like basically tip-top shape. Even like a week of not training basically puts them back to like square one, where they now need to rebuild their entire routine up again, and they need to put extra hours into the gym just because even that small disadvantage is enough to put them off their game.
It's why every pre-season you see them doing a shit ton of running. Like to be brutally honest, it's why pre-season is
it'd be like someone signing up for the marathon and then just not doing any training and then expecting them to finish with a top time. Do you know what I mean? It's just not going to happen. People, us normies. Have to bear that in mind. If we can't do it, why do you expect them to do it? Why? Because they're the top class athletes, everything around. No, they're people as well. So you can't expect. It's a worldwide pandemic. No one knows at all what happens. So better understanding and empathy. That's all that's needed.
100%. And I totally get it. One last question before obviously we do wrap up on this. The question is, do you see Liverpool getting Champions League football next season? Sulz, we'll start with you and we'll work our way around.
No, simply because I feel like one of the things for me anyway, the reason why they're doing so poorly is because of their press. They no longer have that level of press that they had in previous season. Even when they were rebuilding, when Klopp first came in, the first thing he kind of implemented was this high intense press where they didn't allow people to have a minute to breathe. It was kind of like Pep's 9-second rule where you have to try and win the ball back with basically as soon as you fucking possibly can. Like at the first moment you can win it back, you've got to win it back, pressing 2s and 3s. And we've not been seeing that for this season. And for that very reason, I don't see it coming back either, because if it was meant to come back, it would have been tonight, and they didn't do it. And for that and that's the key for why they won so many games, especially the games where, like they were saying, like Burnley and Brighton, they would have won those games if they had that press, but they haven't. And for that reason, I think they're just going to miss out.
That's a fair one. What about you, Andrew?
You see, number of things factor into this. They can get it. They can get it for a number of things. And Leicester are falling, bro. Leicester are falling.
Bottling it.
They are bottling it again. I know what I can't remember. I know what Tom said about West Ham. I have the opposite effect on West Ham. I think they may sneak at least 4th place. Chelsea have a very tough run in at the moment. The toughest of the run-ins. We have got semi-final against City, then we've got the Brighton Tuesday, and then we've got West Ham that following Saturday. Then we've got obviously the first leg of the semi-final against Real Madrid. Those are the two main factors for me why they as well.
Like literally,
I think we've got you like second to last. No, I think we've got you second to last. We've also got Leicester. We've also got Leicester in the running as well, and City as a league game,
and Villa as well.
Yeah, so it's like they can make it because of those things. How Jurgen Klopp's most important thing this season is picking these players up now for 7 games. Can he do it? And more importantly, are these players still listening to do it? Or have they now gone out and gone, that's our season, it's done, there's nothing to play for? Do you know what I mean? It's all yeah, so it's a number of things. Niall, don't ever predict anything in this season, bro. Do not ever predict anything in this season. The most predictable thing of this season is the unpredictability. Yeah,
I'm gonna predict something at the end, but
oh no!
I just also want to chuck out there that Haaland is overrated. So I'm just saying that. But Charles,
Andrew, just to go back on your point, we have Man City, Brighton, West Ham, Real Madrid, Fulham, Real Madrid, Man City in the Premier League, Arsenal, Leicester, Aston Villa.
Yeah.
So that's our game.
That's our running.
But you know, I think I don't think Liverpool, and I'm sorry, I'm going to be harsh. I don't see Liverpool. I'm not saying they're not. I'm saying I don't see Liverpool making the top 4. Andrew's right. This is very unpredictable this season, but I don't see Liverpool. Liverpool have lost to Brighton, to Burnley. They've broken their record for the most losses at Anfield this season. Man City haven't beaten them since 2002. Phil Foden was 2 years old and he got a goal. Everton haven't beaten them since 1999. They did that very well. A lot of the players, like Dominic Calvert-Lewin, in 1999 was like 3 or 4 years old. Like that's how bad this is getting for Liverpool. But do I think there's any excuses for them not getting top 4? No. They literally have no other they have no other matches to deal with but Premier League. They have no other excuses. They have no other distractions. They have nothing else but to focus on the top 4. Like Chelsea, we've got the FA Cup. We have the Champions League. Like we've got the Premier League as well. Like even Arsenal have got the Europa League. Like Leicester, they only have the FA Cup. United have the Europa League and the FA Cup. Like Liverpool and West Ham are the only teams that are and the Spurs. Liverpool, Spurs, and West Ham don't have any other obligations. So for me, I don't see excuses for West Ham not making top 4. I don't know if I see excuses for Liverpool maybe not making. I mean, I can see Liverpool getting 5th, you know. I don't think there's excuses when you have no other distractions, when you have no other obligations, when you literally have your eyes gunned out, you're on tunnel vision just for that one league. Like every other team, City, United, Leicester, Chelsea.
And United are guaranteed second. They're guaranteed.
No. But what I'm saying is that Liverpool,
They have other
United
priorities as well.
have other things as well. These are my points. Like the top 5 at the minute, 4 of the 5 teams have other obligations.
Yeah.
And only one of them doesn't. So for me, West Ham should be making top 4. I think Liverpool will get top. I think Liverpool will get 5th. I really do. I don't know. I just
a fair shout. But Valve, what about you? Are you going to be seeing Champions League or are you going to be seeing Europa League?
How we changed it,
I've just seen that. Yeah,
I love that.
I think the only way we get top 4 is if we build an Android version of Virgil van Dijk and just play him in the rest of the season. I think that's the only way we get top 4. I think we can do it. Our fixtures are favourable, but I don't see us, to be honest. Unless
I
if
agree with Charlotte, like the fact is obviously other teams, like the thing is if United win Europa League, they're going to get Champions League anyway. I know they're guaranteed top 4 pretty much. Arsenal, Spurs, not Spurs, sorry. Even Leicester have got the FA Cup, for example. West Ham don't have anything to play for. Chelsea want to get the Champions League, obviously. Get them Champions League football, and top 4 will get them Champions League football. You may as well add a trophy to it. City are done as well. So this is the thing, though. Like Liverpool don't have any other obligations now. 7 days, they don't have to rest players. They can train for the Premier League and only for the Premier League and prepare for match by match without having to worry that midweek we need to change our approach because we've got to play a European team now. So I don't see a lot of excuses for them, but I just don't see it happening. But yeah, sorry, Val, fellas.
No, it's fine, man.
So for me, they're not getting top 4. Also, Klopp is not going to be at Liverpool next. Klopp will also not be at Liverpool next season. I think Klopp will go to Munich.
You reckon it by his own choice?
I think the Munich manager is going to take the Germany job. I think Klopp will go back to Germany.
And
because
I
think
think they're not going to pay out Nagelsmann's contract either. Munich's not going
exactly.
To pay
And to be fair,
Klopp,
I think he's had enough. I think he has, if I'm being honest, he's had a shit year, shall we say, obviously losing his mother.
On and off the field,
having a team full of absolute wet wipes, having to rely on Mohamed Salah, who's now become a baby. I just don't think it will happen. I think Klopp will go. I think he'll go to Munich. I think he'll be happier in the Bundesliga. I think he'll be quite calm.
Be home.
Yeah, be closer to home, closer to family.
Yeah.
I think Klopp's gone. I think Jurgen Klopp won't be sacked, but I think he's going to walk.
Mutual,
and I think
mutual agreement.
No, I don't even think it'll be that.
No?
I think he'll be like, no, I think he'll just go.
I've said
I think he'll quit.
I said he will walk. Look back at what's happened.
I firmly believe it.
No, look back. It's not. There is a pattern. Klopp gets found out. He's either got rid of or he leaves of his own accord. It's not me being a dick. There is a pattern. He doesn't.
Velv, you're a Liverpool fan. What do you make of that statement that I've just made?
Personally, I don't think Klopp will leave, but there has to be circumstances considered him. Like, say we finish 5th and FSG are not willing to rebuild this team, Klopp is going to leave. Like, he was angry.
Issue, isn't it?
He was angry.
I think if they want to back him, he'll stay. If they don't, he's going.
Yeah.
Didn't
back with Timo Werner, didn't get sent about earlier. Then now look what's happened.
But the issue is, Velv. The issue is if he's at City, like Chelsea, lesser extent, Man United, lesser extent than that, they're gonna spend some money, right? Liverpool, the way your owners are, if he's going to do a rebuild job, like I said to Tom, you're looking at a minimum of 3 summers to build you back up again. And I just don't think he's got the energy. I just don't think he's got the energy to do it.
The only way we rebuild more is if we sell one of our star players. Like, here's the thing. We would have never got Fabinho, VVD, and Alisson without selling Coutinho.
Exactly. exactly. Yeah.
So if we
Yeah, but
start
even that,
undermining
even that took a few years. Even to
Yeah.
get to the stage where you were, that took years of development. And I think if you look at what Klopp's gone through personally, what he's going through right now,
Yeah.
professionally and non-professionally,
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to have it left in him. I really don't, and it's a shame because I think Jurgen Klopp is still a top manager.
Yeah.
I think he's still got stuff in him.
Yeah.
I just think he's been found out. Teams lesser than him have worked out how to beat and to defend against Liverpool. And also, I don't think your owners will back him. I don't. I see Ollie getting backed. For some strange reason, I see Ollie getting a good transfer window this summer. Because I think the Glazers are turning their heads a bit and going, oh, maybe this will work. But I don't see that from FSG. They had the chance. The January transfer window, everyone was like, right, you've done so well to get to where you are in terms of league position with no centre-backs. The minute January transfer window opens, Klopp will get a centre-back. That's fine. All sorted. There was links to Botman. Obviously, Kapak's come in, but he's only on loan. He wasn't backed. And if he was backed in January, you could probably go, yeah, that's fair. Because no one would have expected Van Dijk and Gomez to both have season-ending injuries. Plus, obviously, Matic being as injury-prone as he is. No one predicts that.
And here's the worst thing. You were top of the league at that point.
Yeah.
And with new investor, you could have been probably walked away with the league or challenged with City. But FSG don't back them.
You'd have got top 4. That's why
Yeah,
you'd have been challenging United for second. And that wouldn't have been necessarily a bad thing. I think you'd have challenged United for second. I just don't think he's going to have that energy.
Well, here's the thing. It's probably going to be linked. Like probably Klopp's like, oh, I want Gabriel Menino. Then obviously now we're going to go for Gabriel Melissa or something like that. That's the players we're going to be looking at.
Yeah, or you'll go sign. I would say Neto, but he's injured now. I mean, if you
6 months.
There's
Neto to Nathaniel and like.
Yes,
Go
also
look at some League One players.
It'd be Neto, but it'd be the Barca goalkeeper.
Exactly.
It's peak, but look, we're gonna end it there. We've been going for about an hour and 20 minutes bantering Liverpool. Well, we spent 50 minutes of bantering Liverpool, 30 minutes talking about Man City. We'll be back tomorrow. European football has not finished. We'll be back tomorrow, 10 p.m. Arsenal, big game against Slavia Prague. Arsenal have to win. In fact, they have to score.
They play football on Thursdays.
They do. They do. Shut up, Andrew. Huge games in Europe tomorrow. Granada coming to Old Trafford to face. Someone's got background. Who's listening to the video? No.
Also, I had a phone call. That's right.
I could just hear myself. It was really bugging me.
Yeah,
I was like, whoa, I can hear myself. I don't like the sound of my...
Has Noam got special effects now? Like, when does
I hate the sound of my voice, so I don't like hearing it. But yeah, tomorrow...
Guys, we all know Niall's weakness, so you know what to do.
So European football tomorrow, Thursday. Arsenal have to score and beat Slavia Prague to go through, or a goal draw, more than one goal. And United, they've got Granada, but they're without Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, and Scott McTominay. So 3 big misses, but they'll get replaced by probably Eric Bailly, Alex Telles, and Fred. So it's not really going to be much of an issue. Also, Ollie's changed the background so that it's black because red on red wasn't sort of working very well. And to be fair, if you look at it in an intellectual way and understand football in an intellectual capacity, it makes sense. Because seeing a red shirt with red seats or red background, I could see why that is a bit confusing.
Yeah, I'm sure Sir Alex Ferguson had that issue with the 13 Premier League titles, right?
It was the grey away kit. Do you know what? Ollie, if you watched him on Sunday, he celebrated like Fergie.
Yeah.
He's got the same excuses like Fergie.
Yeah.
He wants to bring the same people like Fergie. I'll tell you, Ollie is baby Fergie. That's how it is. Ollie is baby Fergie, and he's now started coming out criticizing referees.
Yes.
So we all know that we're going to be we're living in an age of Ollie time. There's going to be wait till the first time that United receive Ollie time. That will be
Ollie Gunnar Ferguson. Yeah.
Well, they almost had it against Southampton. Ollie looked at the watch. It was like added time, and Cavani goes and scores. It's like, oh shit, that's bad. Pray for United. RJ's company like pray for the rivals. Pray for the rivals. But yeah, we've got that tomorrow, and then also tomorrow 7 p.m. Refs View. Plenty to talk about. Me and Dom have got a long, well, not a long show, but lots of stuff to discuss. 2 referees actually discussing the decisions and not fan debate.
It's a great ref view. Great ref view.
You don't want to hear fan debate because you can have that on a match reaction.
Yeah.
What you want is 2 people that know what they're talking about.
Exactly.
Actually, and I think me and him might disagree on a decision, so that could be. Could be quite an interesting one because I disagree with a certain decision that I think he sees as 50-50, and I'll be quizzing him on that. That's for sure. So make sure you tune in for that 7 p.m. But before we go, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel with notifications on. Check out our Twitter at Let's Talk EPL. Check out our Instagram, Let's Talk EPL_. Also, Saturday, Formula One watch-alongs. We've started preparing for it. All I'll say,
I've got my assignment to do the branding.
We've slowly started preparing for it. We've got the logo ready for it. It's all red, so tune in on Saturday.
Don't worry, the overlays will get done. They will get done. Don't worry.
Yes, Sulz is going to get us a beautiful overlays to do that, a bit like you see on the top. So make sure you tune in for them as well. We're at Imola. Imola's a great circuit. But Sulz, where can they find you and your artistic needs?
Artistic, I don't know where you'll find that. But in terms of, obviously, if you want to... We're going to win tomorrow, so it's all good. And if you want to celebrate with me, you can find me at Guna Souls or at Let's Debate Footy. I've got my first video of explaining Ramadan to people tomorrow. That will be dropping. And I've got a few videos, obviously, different to football coming out. I'm trying to get guests on, so obviously with the Ramadan, the timetable's all messed up, so I'll get guests on for if you don't know, get to know. Obviously, I've got 3 episodes if you guys want to enhance your YouTubing abilities and kind of outlook on how you can become a better content creator and how you can get sort of guests onto your channel and collaborations and the way around networking. That's obviously something you can check.
Or to be a referee manager / content creator.
If you want to know it all, just go watch the owner of Let's Talk Premier League, and you'll find everything that you need on one video. But no, you can find me obviously on Let's Talk EPL and Let's Talk F1. I'll make an appearance. I just don't know how long I can stay, but you'll definitely see me on there as well. But from next week, I will be on more. So.
Absolutely. And yeah, we've got Chris coming on that one. Hopefully we might even see a bit of Domenico and Charlotte. I think Charlotte wants a weekly show called the Checkered Flag Show. I don't know why I don't know why Charlotte wants
the Checkered Flag. I have no idea.
I never heard of that name before, so
I don't know why Charlotte wants a weekly video of the Checkered Flag Show.
I don't know either. Literally no idea.
Yeah, so we'll consider doing that. Maybe that'll be our Sunday wrap up. Velvet Swan saying my Wi-Fi stopped working. Anyways, thanks for having me on now. Big up to you and the panel. Big up for coming on, mate. Hopefully get you on some more for Liverpool match reactions. Hopefully you win next time. But Andrew, where can they find you, mate?
On this channel for the Chelsea show on Fridays, and whenever Noel invites me on, I'll always step up. So thank you very much for that. Subscribe to this channel, please. It's growing, good community, great people, everything like that. The check's in the mail right now for me to say those things. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Andrew, I'm still waiting for mine, mate. You
You're my financial advisor. Please sort out checks for Andrew, please.
I swindled all the money and I don't know Raul Sanelli, mate. I just swindled all the money into my account.
Damn. I'm on Charlotte's channel, Strong TV. Subscribe to that, please. Chelsea watch alongs, wrestling shows, everything but. I was going to say everything but Chelsea channel, but it's everything but myself, Prime and Will, starting the Nexus channel. We're posting a video tomorrow, live video tomorrow, Marvel stuff. So be on there sometime in the afternoon. Just me and Will, but we'll probably have some other people on as well tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, KH No Filter, sort of a review of the Porto game. Probably not that much, but and then preview to City game. Some other stuff as well on that this weekend. And I think that, Bits and Bobs invited me onto his podcast for the Cobham thing on Tuesday if I'm available. So I'll be on that as much as I can. And anywhere else, essentially, it's all good.
Basically, Andrew is making big moves. Go follow him on Twitter at the Winter Surfer.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's my Twitter.
All links are in the description, as they are every single time. Every time we do a show, they're always in the description. You guys know how we work, so make sure you go check out the description for all the links. I make it as easy as possible for you. Make sure you do what I say and go check everyone out. But Shah, where can they find you?
You can find me on Strong TV, my YouTube channel. Give it a subscribe if you want. You can find me on.
You don't have a choice. You gotta go subscribe.
Yeah.
Carry on.
You can find me on GNA TV for the women's show on Friday. You can find me on the Football Terrace for the women's show, Kendall show on Friday. You can find me on Bits and Bobs' Cobham on the Cob every Tuesday. Where else? You can find me on here on the Chelsea show, or basically any slander. I'm here. Yeah, literally anytime. I'll be on the F1 show on Sunday.
Charlie, you're gonna have to repeat this and let people write into their diaries, because that's
I know, literally, and I'm on the Offside Rule on the First XI on Thursday night at 10.
Yeah. One minute, let me grab a pen.
But please also subscribe to the Nexus and Guna's channel, Sulz's channel. And also, if you're not subscribed to Let's Talk Premier League, who are you? What are you doing with your life? I'm sorry. Sorry. Subscribe now. Right now. It's free. It's 2 seconds of your life. Do it.
Absolutely. Do make sure you subscribe. Big moves coming from this channel over the summer. Let's Talk Tactics is going to get a bit of a revamp in the summer when we look at some individual players. And yes, we are looking at Dan James, seeing if he actually can offer anything as a footballer. But I'm sure we'll have great fun delving into that. But yeah, Euros stuff. Me and Sulz, we're going to be working on our Euros team at the end of the season, bringing that to you.
We've had about this. It's coming.
Absolutely.
It's coming.
It is coming. And Sulz said something to me, and I'm quite liking the idea of it now. So we might see my formation change if Gareth is going to sort of insist on using this. He knows what I'm on about. Yeah, so it could be similar. So make sure you check out that. Obviously, all the transfer news. The individual shows will carry on over the summer. We'll just be discussing all the transfer news because there'll be a lot. Also, F1 over the summer, we're going to have that as well. Don't you worry about that. Might even do a hot off the press show. I'm not sure yet. I'm working on it. I just need to screenshot. I mean, make a thumbnail.
Yes.
I definitely meant screenshot. No, mate.
Allegedly.
But we might have some new ideas that I promise haven't come from anywhere. I just don't know how to do an awareness show on Tuesdays. I might do an alcohol awareness show. Actually, that's what we'll do. We'll do an Argyle awareness show every Tuesday, 7 p.m. I'll explain to you what it's like to be an Argyle fan. It's tough. But plenty of moves.
Oh, God.
Plenty of moves. But make sure you tune in tomorrow. Chris saying, at least this is a proper channel.
Oh, man. Oh,
Laughing
God.
his head off. He's loving it. He's absolutely loving it.
We forgot. There's also over the summer, a lot of the regulars, we're going to be doing a type of thing where we interview the regulars for their sort of background. So we're going to be getting to know us on a deeper level. So that's
So
all.
basically, they're going to interview Dom for a whole hour, and it's going to be an absolute banter show.
I can't wait. I can't
You can't do
wait.
that live. That's got to be severely edited, right?
RJ saying you can
Severely
talk
edited,
about being friends with Dominico.
Oh, you need to do more than a show. It's a whole documentary, this.
Do you know what? Believe it or not, the Dom interview, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a good one.
That's my favourite one.
And then if you haven't checked out the one that me and Sulz did on his channel, it's okay because you'll get the same on this one because Sulz will probably be hosting my one. Because he knows what he's...
Partner on that is
I'm going to be like, hi, so I'm a guest on my own channel. This is brilliant. Matt saying, give me an interview, give me one. It'll be one for
regular, you idiot.
It's one for all the regulars. So
What,
you know,
I'm a regular.
Do you know what RJ's is how to be an idiot. I just said all the regulars are getting an interview, and RJ goes, "Am I getting one?"
Just let Nexus just let Dom go wild for 3 hours on a stream.
You didn't see the 2 minutes we gave him. He done enough damage in 2 minutes.
You know that Dom's gonna want to interview, which means he's gonna have to take control. You know what's gonna happen next.
The thing is, right? I finally find a host for one of the shows where I could think maybe I could take a show off or a night off from it, but no, because I have to be there just in case Dom says something stupid and needs me to fish him out of hot water quite quickly. It's something I'm quite good at, unlike other channels. RJ saying United show vibes Niall. Niall is a guest on the United show. I am a guest on that. I like to see it more as babysitting Dom, but sort of similar to that. But yeah, this a one-on-one interview on my own channel. It would be absolutely amazing. So them interviews will be absolutely brilliant. Obviously, Charles and Andrew will also get one. We delve into them a bit deeper, and I've been watching all the sources, so I know the questions I need to start pondering and getting. So yeah, we've got all of that coming in the summer. So you know where to be. You know to press the subscribe button, turn on notifications so you don't miss a show. Fuck knows what we'll do a refs watch, but we'll figure that one out. Probably slag VAR for an entire summer. Something like that. I'm sure that. I mean, it's bad that I've actually had to put the VAR screen in the thumbnail now. I didn't want to, but I feel like it. Niall sending shots. Name the name, shame them. Just go check out the banter show. We did a lovely banter show. I don't know. I did get an email saying that it might not be visible in the UK anymore because of defamation or something. I presume that Matt and Stephen, SVB TV and Football United TV, have been reporting it for whatever. So make sure you go check out racism. We're saying no to racism on this show. RJ now be like, you'll get an interview, and you get an interview. Everyone get an interview.
That's true. You're literally just going to be handing out interviews, and then you'll be like, everyone just gets an interview. Stop it.
RJ, you're getting an interview, okay?
All right, you know what? Just for that, RJ.
An interview, RJ.
No, RJ, just for that, fuck off. You ain't getting one.
Yeah, of course it is. Sonny's having a little bit of fun in it better not be him. If it is him, we're gonna have some fun. Racist tried to take down the Bounty show, so ironic.
I know.
I haven't Chris saying I haven't been arrested by the authorities.
I haven't actually been contacted by a solicitor yet, so I think that's the actual result. Yeah.
Last thing I want to say,
if you would like to arrest me, or take me solicitors for actually sticking up for racism, then cool story, you go do that. But that just shows how much of a racist you are. And yeah, Matt still looks like a homeless man. He's still a massive creep.
Now, all I'm gonna say, right, is like last thing I'm gonna say on this before I want to shut this chapter out of my life. But you do. All I'm gonna say, if he's watching this, you do realize there's a lot of proof out there about what we spoke about, and also we never said allegation. That we just said why we are no longer associating ourselves with you. So if that for you is defamation or whatever of character, it's not, because by the legal rights, by the legal laws of the law, we haven't actually said anything. We've just said why we no longer want to associate us with you. If people then go out of their way to learn that, yes, these things have been true, that's on them, not on us. We said you have a choice. You can carry on supporting him and watching him. We've got no problem with that. But the reason we're no longer working with you is for these reasons and what we found out. That's it.
We're not giving people ultimatums. We're just saying we don't want to be associated with you if you continue to be there. We're not giving you an ultimatum. We're not like being like you stick with us or stick with them. We're literally just saying that. We're just saying that our opinion is that we don't want to be associated with you if you're going to be allowing racism, and that's it. And unfortunately, there is a right or wrong side, and the right side is the fact that say no to racism, something that people on Matt's channel don't know what it is.
And one very small thing for me is active listening, not selective listening.
Yes.
Sonny wants me to bring in the person in the back, but not a chance. Check out racism. No, I'll reword that, bro. I meant sorry. Check out the racist assholes on their channel, and please, in their comments, use the hashtag Say No to Racism. I also believe that they
don't comment on them. Don't comment on them because you are helping their views. You are helping their channel. Do not just block them. Unsubscribe.
Actually, no. What I do want you to do is I would like you to report every single video they put up for hate crime. If you could do that, that would be beautiful. And whilst you're viewing that video, just chuck a comment in there saying hashtag no racism or say no to racism.
All I'm gonna say, just leave it. Like, that's my advice. Just leave it. Let him get on with his life. I've said this. For me, this chapter's closed. I've said what I needed to say on it. If he wants to carry on with his pathway, let him, because we've got better things to get on with. This there's so much coming.
RJ saying, lads, I did get a call from the Guardy. Turns out they wanted a cup of tea and a rich tea. Big up to Will. I have so much evidence versus them. Don't worry. We're not worried. I like the police. I offer them chocolate biscuits and they go away. Defamation of character. What a character. Plus, we do not need... do not use bots on our channel. Imagine gaining 145 subscribers in one day and losing 110 subscribers. Can't be this channel. Absolutely not, because I don't pay for bots. The Nexus has checked. There is no reality where those sort of channels are successful. We've got
something today.
We've got a time traveler. We've got a time traveler. Chris saying, I'm only 53 subs away from 300 on my channel. Just doing a bit of promoting, of course. I'm on a certain someone. Yes, of course. Big up to Luca, who normally does that. But do go check out Chris, because he absolutely deserves to get to 300. So if you aren't subscribed, go check him out. He is obviously on the Formula One stuff, and we couldn't be more excited. So go check Chris out. But we have come to the end there before we get another video taken down for defamation. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, 7 o'clock with the rest view. Then tomorrow, 10 o'clock with the Europa League reviews, match reactions. Will Arsenal be crying? I couldn't possibly tell you. But a big up to everyone watching. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you in a bit.